Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Allie. I'm a 19-year-old IMCA Sport Compact race car driver out of Southern Oregon. Today's video is some prep from Thursday night, and I raced on Friday night in Roseburg, but I didn't get any footage, so sorry about that. But I did race. I didn't do too terrible, but I didn't do too great either. It was my first time there. But also, this video includes washing and prepping for the next race, which might be this Friday at Roseburg again. And if it's not on Friday, then we'll be at Southern Oregon Speedway on Saturday. You'll see that these couple clips are actually my brother and Braxton working on their cars. And then here I am checking the fuel. I do stick my hand in there as a fuel stick. I just don't have one, so that's how I gauge my fuel levels. I mean, it works. It's definitely not the safest, but it works. So with me racing a sport compact, I really don't have that much to do to my car unless something, breaks. But I always lift up my hood and check all the bolts and stuff. I check the spark plugs, make sure they're not popped out. Here I am tightening the air filter braces because it has gotten loose on me once before, so I just want to make sure they're tight. I check all of the liquids, the water, power steering fluid, brake fluid, all that fun stuff. I also check the oil, and you'll see that I also use my hand for that. But yeah. Although I do not race very often, I do check the oil and all of the fluids, like I said, every time, just because anything could happen, anything could break, so it's always better to just check over everything. So like I said, I did not get any footage on Friday, unfortunately, but I thought I'd explain it anyways. I started 6th in my heat race and finished 7th. Car wasn't terrible. It was my first time on the track ever. I had my line, it was good. I just couldn't keep up with everyone else. Just gotta hold that foot down a little harder. But I started 13th in my A main and finished 11th. Car felt fine. Track was a little rough, but I mean, my car felt fine. I could hold my line. I passed a couple cars, but not too many. And then we went to load up my car, and we realized that a bolt was severed off on my strut arm. So from the track being so rough, it just severed off. So that's that. We'll get it fixed for next week. But yeah, the night wasn't terrible, but it was definitely a learning experience. Alright, so for the next few clips and the rest of this video, this is going to be what we did today, which was maintaining the car and everything. Everyone else, Braxton, my brother, and then me, we all washed our cars before this, and now we're just checking everything over. I'm over here in the corner cutting out a piece for my light cover. My dad was helping me because I've never cut sheet metal before, but anyways, so I was making a new light cover for my car because the first one that I had was a little beat. Here I am taping off the hood of my car along with some of the grill. I'm very much a perfectionist, so I had to paint this because it was bothering me. Some of the paint chipped away just from racing it for the last 3 years, but I rattle canned it, so it's good now. My dad is in the back there beating out the door because, well, I may have had some contact with the wall a few times the last 3 years. But, I mean, it wasn't terrible. He got it fixed. And then further on, you'll see that we started touching up the paint throughout the rest of the car just because I wanted to touch it up. And on the back here is the worst of it because I've ran into the wall a few times, but it's fine. So now I'm just touching up the grill and then going around the rest of the car and touching up any chipped pieces that I see. I am also popping in some rivets just because some of them have come off. And then you'll also see Dad and I taking the old window net off and putting a new one on because the old window net has shrunk and it's also expired. So we put a new one on. And then finally I put the tire back on.
Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.